Texas, and Ncaa home in the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will put toe to leather and will get started. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tigers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David's both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Sexton. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that throw.
Pulls it, fired complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Looking for space. It's Villa. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Someone shows you love, has you on their show twice a week. Don't bring his known enemy on your show and allow your guests to talk freely.
Got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Running into the open space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. LSU quick to the line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers. And this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
It's complete to the left. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Finds his man. It's Rojas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, fine.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
LSU right back to the line. Reads it, fires complete. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And now they've moved into the red zone. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really blowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Starting to feel a little pressure. Complete to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. 1st down for this offense. To the ground with the back. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's complete to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Sexton. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Tigers are in the hurry up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're
breaks into the open. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Longhorn! The defense does the work itself with the pick 6.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice move to pick up yardage. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. The foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Off the RPO, complete. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the big fella. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Dropping back, it's Sexton. Here's the pressure. Right on target this time. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended target.
Turning it on! And into the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got his man downfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Can't make the grab, and this offense has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. To the air, it's Sexton. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Finding just enough room to slither and juke his way out to the 16. Ncaa heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. The screen, he can go. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Unleashes one. Got him downfield. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw it, Sexton. Bringing the heat. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at Ncaa.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run there. Just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Steps away to find some room. Working on the right. There he goes. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Scanning the field, it's Sexton. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Tigers will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Oh, better look out. Smashes through the tackle. Running free. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Texas offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Power football with the run.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Quick completion on the out route. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Longhorns will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Handoff to the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting tight for this.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Sexton. Deep shot for the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Texas!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Villa. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Heaves it deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Might as well give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next week.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Looking to the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And the Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Oh, he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. It's still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Wide open spaces. The 30. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. LSU quick to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head. He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. With jet sweep pass. Inside the 25. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. And the Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Well, this was